Previously on Grover's Mill. When I touch something that holds energy or resonance from that person, I get signals.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's what I do. It just happens.
Then, we're not supposed to be there. Then lights go on. Then we hear something open the door, and I'm freaking out. And Travis grabs me, and we head upstairs.
Yo, what?
Anyways, on the way out, we see these paintings in the hallway, and Travis says the owner says he can have them, and they be worth coin. Know what I'm saying?
Look, we put a trace on it, yes. And the last known place we got a signal from was... Oh, okay. Look, so it's saying here it beats out somewhere near Ship's Talking Woods between two towers there.
It's not safe here. You must find the apple orchard. The recording is fake. Don't follow the recording. Follow the apples.
Okay, all flight controllers, go for landing. Retro. Go. Rhino. Go. Guidance. Go. Control. Go. Telcom. Go. GNC. Go. Ecom. Go. Surgeon. Go. Capcom, we're go for landing.
Okay, engine stop. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Over the past few weeks, I've been trying to put together some kind of logical flow for this case. It's kind of a mess. We've had real leads and false leads. Claims of weird guys from the government, not to mention the whole Orson Welles thing. And of course, there's a likelihood that Rodney just left of his own accord, which means this whole thing is pointless. Everything that the police have done is by the book. And usually by now, I've had a clear signal of where Rodney is and where to look. But for some reason with this one, the energy's blocked. Sometimes that means the person has died. But if so, I'd usually get a signal about where the deceased is. A clue of some sort. But again, with Rodney, there's not much at all apart from the channeling we had in his house. To me, that says he's still alive. So there are possibly three theories that we can look at. First off, there's the question over whether Rodney has just skipped town. He had a few debts, nothing significant, but maybe he just wanted a break, wanted to become someone else, hide out. It's been known to happen, but if so, why leave everything so unfinished and messy? And where would he have gone? Police reports said none of his credit cards or bank accounts have been used, and his passport's not been scanned. No sightings have been made, and there's been no contact with any family members. So this theory is perhaps the weakest in my mind, but the strongest for the police. Second theory is that Rodney's messed up in something serious. Brian received some more information from Benji, who got news from one of his police buddies that the day Rodney disappeared, his neighbour saw two men hanging around outside Rodney's house. They were in a black SUV, and when the neighbour asked what they were doing, they just flashed some badges at him and told him to keep quiet. Now this correlates with Smart Dog's story and Benji's story. Plus, we have the whole Terhune Orchards location and his mobile's last pings from somewhere around there. The questions then are, why was he taken and where is he now? The third theory, which is a new one, is that Rodney was tied up with a local drug dealer named Mac B. Over the past few days, there have been a few rumours going around that Rodney owed him money. This seems unlikely, as Brian tells me Rodney never did drugs and could have just sold some paintings at the house if he was desperate for cash. So it doesn't quite stack up. Brian and I decide to look into it anyway. So the two main focuses for us now are Mac B, the dealer, and the Terhune Orchards, to see if there's anything we can find there. I put a call into Smart Dog to see if he can help.
Hello.
Hello, Travis? It's Wilkie Poe here.
Yep.
Look, I know it's going to seem a little strange, but we're trying to get in touch with someone called MacB. Do you know him? Travis hangs up on me. A few minutes later, he sends me a text on WhatsApp telling me to call the number, then to delete the text. I call it straight away.
What you want?
Oh, hi. I'm after someone called MacB.
Why you after MacB?
I'm looking into the disappearance of a guy called Rodney Mealog who's gone missing, and we heard that MacB might know something. He too hangs up on me. I try calling back, but it just rings out. Now, I'm not really sure how to get a meeting with a drug dealer. I mean, I don't even know if he is a drug dealer, so I'm kind of stumped. I decide to send a text to the number saying all we want to do is talk, and we'll pay a couple of $100 for his time. I hope that's enough to convince him. A couple of hours later, we get a text from a private number telling us to meet behind Millen Cookies in Princeton. Apprehensive but determined, Brian and I drive over. So here we are, standing outside the back of the cookie shop, and we're just waiting. No one seems to be here, and it's now 4:30 p.m. I've hidden some microphones in my backpack, and I've told Brian to turn on his iPhone record function.
Hey, Wilkie, over here.
We notice the door in the adjacent warehouse is open, and someone is ushering us to come over. We cautiously approach and get led down some stairs into a small, windowless room in the basement. A heavy-set man in a hoodie talks to us.
Yeah, take a seat. MacB, he coming in soon. If you got phones, though, I gotta hold him.
We hand over our phones, and I can feel my heart beating faster. The big guy leaves them on a table to one side. He offers us a toke of a spliff.
Smoke?
We decline, which seems to make him suspicious.
What y'all bitches want, man? You look like 5-0 to me.
We just want to talk to MacB, that's all. We're not the police.
Man, that's exactly what the police say. They be over my cousin's house the other night, and one of them looks like you. You want some trick shit? Don't even try nothing. I bought these sock cams off Amazon, man. You see this shit? Man, I got 2 cameras here right on my socks. So you be trying something, I pulled out the burner.
No, look, we just want to ask MacB some questions, then we'll leave. At that moment, MacB walks into the room.
Hey, Chopper, how those cameras gonna catch anything when you be wearing those flared jeans? Brother gotta roll those things up.
Ain't rolling anything up, MacB. I be wearing shorts this summer, man. Sock cams 24/7.
MacB has a goatee, and over his tied-back dreads wears a beanie with the word polo on it. He wears a hoodie and baggy jeans, and on his feet he wears bright red Nike Air Maxes.
So who these guys?
Some dudes, man, they wanna talk to you.
Wanna talk to me?
Yeah, they smell funny though, but I got my sock cams on, MacB, don't you worry.
Man, you one crazy homie, Chopper.
We wanted to ask you about my brother, Rodney Mealog.
You know where I just been? Do you?
No, not at all.
I just been to see a fortune teller, 3 of them in fact, from the motherland.
Okay.
And you know what they told me, boy?
No.
Tell him, Mac, tell him.
They told me I was gonna rule all of New Jersey and all of New York, and one day all of the East Coast. Yeah.
Word, that's what I'm talking about.
You know my bitch back home, she want me to do it. Go be the king of this shit. But I don't want to get my head shot off, know what I mean? I like it down here. So what would you do?
I'm not sure. Is business good?
It's not bad, man.
Well, why not keep it here and optimize it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Little optimization. Now who are you again?
Brian. But I'm really here hoping you might know my brother.
Yeah, he's a hairdresser, works down the road.
Oh yeah.
He's a faggot, man.
The one with the wonky eye and got that funky smell. You guys related?
Bender or something? I don't know.
Oh, no. That's the other hairdresser. Benji.
Benji?
My brother's name is Rodney. Rodney.
So it ain't that faggot?
No, Rodney is quite straight. Blonde hair, tallish.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, man, a smart kid. Now you, mister, what'd you say your name was?
Me, Wilkie Poe. Yes, I'm looking for Rodney too.
Wilkie Poe, yeah, you the dude who SMS'd me. I Googled you, man. I don't meet no one I don't know. Come here, stroke my arm.
MacB removes a shiny chrome Glock from his pants.
Stroke it. You getting my grandma from that? You getting her signal?
I don't know.
Shh. Stroke it slow, man. I don't give a shit, man. I'm gonna pull out my penis It's gonna be crude, man, but fair.
He pulls his cock out. Literally.
I'm gonna put 2 grams on Jeremiah here, and if you sniff it off, I'm gonna tell you something about your bro.
I don't think we can do that.
Oh, no.
I mean, I could try, but I have sinusitis and a deviated septum, so...
You gotta do it, bro. For your bro.
Look, mate, this is crazy. If you can just tell us anything about Rodney, I've given you $200 already. I just would...
That'd be an entry fee, my friend. Okay, tell you what we're gonna do. Chopper, give that man that laptop there. So I got my laptop here, you got yours there, and now we're gonna play Pawn Snap. I'm gonna search for a clip, and if you pick the same clip, you win. For real, bro.
Come on, man. We'll never be able to do that.
You man a psychic there, bro. He got them superpowers. You want your brother info?
Oh my god, okay.
All right, we'll do it.
So, I'm about to play my first ever game of Pawn Snap, sitting in a crack den in an abandoned building next to a wholesome cookie shop in Grover's Mill.
So I'm logging on now, man. I'm searching. Oh, yeah, baby, I got one. Yeah, this is very interesting subject matter, I must say.
Now, this is going to sound super far out for a lot of you, but this is what happened. I closed my eyes and tried to get a signal or connection. I tried to feel the room, the energy, and then something fuzzy comes to me. I see a squirrel first, or maybe it's a possum with a moustache and shaved lower limb near the genitals. Then I get a vision of a dark blue suit, and then a trampoline. So I type, bouncing banker fucks possum on trampoline, and turn it to face McBee.
What the fuck, man? This is some whacked up shit. Look at my laptop, man. Greedy possums in suits do it on a trampoline.
Get the fuck out of here,
McBee. Damn. This is the first time we got a snap.
Shit.
You see that, Chopper? Oh, man, okay. You got your info. What you want to know, brother?
Just what the deal was.
Deal was simple, man. He don't do class 1, know what I'm saying? But I'll get him the blues and the greens.
What? Blues and greens?
Viagra and Xanax, man. What goes up must come down, you know.
Okay, so he bought those from you?
Hell yeah, every week like clockwork, man.
And that's it? Did he owe you any money?
Don't think so. Chopper, give me my ledger. Businessman's gotta keep a ledger, know what I'm saying?
Chopper brings over a large book with handwritten entries.
Rodney, okay, paid. Nope, look like you bro up to date. Why you asking?
Well, we heard that he might owe you money.
Man, you would know if your brother owed me money, you hear me? Your kid fine, we cool. So you say he missing?
Yes, for a month now.
Mm-hmm. And he not just skip town, know what I'm saying?
I don't...
Get catfished or something?
No.
No, we're pretty sure not.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, we all sweet economically speaking, but what I say, gentlemen, is that we got these 2 new customers around the same time your boy went missing. 2 shady type dudes from out of town, you know. After some K-step haircuts, man.
K? What's K?
Ketamine, it's a horse drug.
Yeah, but they want a lot of it. You know, could kill a guy. But I don't ask no questions. You know, cash, man, gotta bring in people. So anyways, I only see them that once and then gone. It rare to order that much, you know.
And what did these 2 look like?
Man, I ain't no facial recognition app. I don't know. Just like 2 suit-top creeps.
All right, so these 2 characters keep popping up, and Brian and I know it's too much of a coincidence to not be something significant. The issue is, how do we find out who they are? We head back to the hotel and make a few calls to some contacts I have. One of those calls is to a colleague who can access surveillance videos and security cameras. That call comes back empty. The other call is to a woman by the name of Mary Cruikshank, who trains cadaver dogs. Mary and I go way back, to university days in London, when we were flat sharing in Earl's Court, and she happens to be in upstate New York, working on a case.
So, basically, I was wondering if you'd like to come down to Grover's Mill with Sherlock to see if you can find anything.
Well, have you found any blood, or do you have a possible crime scene?
Blood, yes, just tiny traces in the home, so we could go there. But we got a tip that something might have happened in some orchards down here. It seems a little counterintuitive, I know, but I've just got this feeling.
Yeah. Well, look, we could drive down tomorrow morning and then we'd need a day or two, depending on how much ground you want to cover.
Well, that's just it, we don't know, but I gather Sherlock's particularly accurate.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best I've ever trained. I'd say if there's a body anywhere, Sherlock will find it. But
Right.
look, I got to tell you, his tell's a little bit different from other dogs.
His tell? What's that mean?
Yeah, when he gets a cadaver scent, how do I say this? he gets horny as hell and needs to hump something.
Really? Right.
Yeah. So usually I just bring down a dog toy doll thing, but sometimes that won't do, and he wants fresh meat, so it could be your leg. So he'll just start humping away, but when he does that, it's a bit gross, but we know I've got a dead one, so to speak.
Well, as long as it helps, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Little rooter you are, aren't you, mate?
Right, well, let's say we meet you with the Orchards at around 9 a.m, if that's okay. I'll ping you the address.
Yeah, righto. Okay. See you then, mate. Bye.
Okay, so shortly after my call with Mary, I get a call from Benji, who's spoken to his mates at the department about the report on the blood found in Rodney's house. I'll cut to our conversation so you can hear it from Benji.
So my buddy down there got a hold of the forensic report on the blood, and Wilkie, it's not Rodney's.
It's not Rodney's? What's definitely not Rodney's?
No, sir. It ain't human, and it ain't animal either.
What?
In fact, they kinda don't know what it is. It has elements of human blood, but it ain't anything they've seen before. And get this, Wilkie, some guys turned up and took copies of the report.
Oh, yeah. Don't suppose these were men in black kind of guys, were they?
Aye, damn right they were. Government official types.
Right.
And guess what? One of them had a step haircut.
Okay, so if it's not animal or human, well, is it blood at all?
Well, that's beyond my scope, Wilkie.
Okay.
I'm just passing on the information. But look, it would seem to me like this whole thing is alien in its structure. R.D. Lang said that we are born into a world where alienation awaits us. That may be where Rodney sits. It's just a thought.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, Benji, and the information.
Aye, no problem. Speak soon, Wilkie. Cheers now.
Well, there we have it. My mind is all over the place, so I hit the sack early and think about tomorrow's adventure at the Orchards. Brian, Miranda and Benji all call me asking for an update, so I tell them everything we know and that we're heading to the Orchards at 9 a.m. The Terhune Orchards cover a wide block of land with apple trees in uniform rows, with a man-made pond to one side and thick, dense woodland at the back. I have my audio gear already set up, and Brian has brought some shovels. Mary soon arrives with Sherlock.
Sherlock? Come here. I've never seen Sherlock at a signal like that. I mean, he's fucking the shit out of that dog. Good boy, Sherlock. Bloody good work, little mate. Sherlock? Yeah, good boy.
Sherlock then bounds over to Miranda and starts humping her leg.
Get off. Come on, mate. Down. No, get the dog off me. Get it, Sherlock. No, look at the size of that thing. Get it off. Sherlock, stop it.
It's all right,
Miranda.
Miranda.
Got his little lipstick out. Get it off.
It's all right.
Sherlock, stop. Wilkie. I'm so sorry.
Get him
good
off.
boy.
Get him off my leg.
I've never seen him like this. Good boy, mate. Something's going on. We've got to dig here.
What, here? Really? Isn't it just some kind of weird reaction?
It is a reaction. This is it, Wilkie. Let's dig.
All right.
We all start digging around this one particular apple tree. We dig for about half an hour and cover a 2-metre radius, but find nothing.
I don't get it. The signalling's strong. Unless he picked up something downwind.
South, right?
South. Yeah. So what's over there?
Dense woodland leading into the Shippertalken Woods. We know Rodney's last signal was around here, but those woods would take us weeks to search.
Let's take Sherlock down to the edge and see if anything happens.
So we take Sherlock down to the edge of the woods, and he scurries around but doesn't find anything. Just then, we hear some footsteps. We freeze as the footsteps get closer. Then suddenly, Benji and Brian appear from the bushes.
Hey.
We were just,
having a wee?
No. Looking in there, it was very mystical in there. Lots of things.
Anything of note?
No.
No, I just can't see why Rodney would come out here. There's no logic to it.
It's bizarre, though. Apples. Rodney never talked about apples.
We head back to the cars. Miranda is sitting in her old Dodge, smoking a roll-up, looking like she's drifted off into a daydream. She hears us approach and snaps her head our way.
Don't suppose you found anything down there?
Nah, we'll come back tomorrow and look again, but that's it for today, I'm afraid.
All right, well, I'll leave you boys to it. I won't be able to come tomorrow, but you call me if you find anything,
No
all right?
problem.
I'm gonna head back too. I'll get a ride with you, Miranda, if that's okay.
Plenty of room.
You can take my car. See you back at the hotel.
Great.
They all drive off, and I rest on the bonnet of Brian's yellow Beetle, staring into the orchards, wondering if this is just a wild goose chase. A few moments later, a police car pulls up next to me, and out gets Captain Nancy Dearmore, followed by her ever-present lackey, Sergeant Ellery.
Hi there. Wilkie, isn't it?
Yes.
Just passed a couple of cars on the road out of here. Friends of yours?
Yes.
So what you doing out here? Hunting for apples?
Apple investigator.
Looking for something fruity?
Yeah, looking for a cereal eater.
No. You told me the last signal on Rodney's phone was out here, so we wanted to try and see if we could find something.
Look, this is a small town, Mr. Poe, and we've had enough crap back in those days with the bullshit war, the worlds, and alien conspiracy shit. And now you, and now this. I'm telling you, Rodney is just a runaway, an adult runaway. God, he's probably in Prague right now selling wristbands to tourists. You know the ones?
Wristbands.
If there was anything sinister or suspicious, I would be the first on it. I promise you.
Yeah, I get that. But I'm privately hired by Rodney's brother to help find Rodney, even if he is just a runaway. There's no law against that.
No, there's not, but I'm asking you nicely to leave this alone and we will handle it. I don't want you snooping around the orchard, okay? Do you know the story about the frog and the scorpion?
What, where he stings the frog anyway?
No, the story is the chicken gets across with the frog, but the scorpion drowns because he wants to try eating grain and has some intolerance to grain.
No, wait, no, I think there's a chicken and there's a fox and there's a sack of scorpions and the frog is holding the sack of scorpions.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's that. You know that riddle, Mr. Poe?
No, I think you're talking about two different riddles.
No.
No. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I think that the
The moral is do not cross the river. Someone is saying don't cross it, or you'll get stung.
What?
By a scorpion.
No. I think it's leave your chickens behind, as in, sacrifice the thing that you love in order to get across, and then don't judge an insect by its reputation, so to speak.
I think that the point is that sometimes when you think outside the box and take things into your own hands, you drown in a river that is actually full of rapids that will suck you into a vortex that only by doing steroids and having a good swimming background will get you out of it. If at all.
No, guys, it's about what's in your nature. It's in my nature to get visions, to investigate, and to help solve things.
Well then, Mr. Poe, okay, so we've used the wrong riddle. I give you that. What I am saying is, do not be a frog, because you will get stung.
Stung.
Does that make sense?
I think so. You want me to go away?
Those are your words, not mine.
So I agree that I'll pull back on the investigation, even though in reality I won't. I get in the car and drive back to the hotel to tell Brian the story. We go over everything again and again, trying to find something we've missed. We decide our best course of action is to try and see if we can trace Rodney's phone or laptop. I had heard of a hacker who specializes in tracing, but that he was very hard to get hold of and charged a fortune in crypto. Brian said he could get a few $1,000s worth of Bitcoin, and we should try our luck. I call Dietrich, who says he'll try to track down this guy who only goes by the name of Captain Thunderbolt. For the next 2 days, Brian and I lie low in the hotel, going over the evidence again and again, trying to get some signaling going, but it's all dead energy. It's like the universe has gone cold. But then on the 3rd day, Dietrich gets in touch and says he's lined up an encrypted call for me and Brian with Captain Thunderbolt. We're told to log onto a proxy server and use Appear In to call at 11 p.m.
Hello, are we on? Oh, my, a call. It's been so long since I've had a call. Talk to me nice, tell me nice things.
Hello, Captain Thunderbolt. Do we call you that?
Or you can call me what you want. Call me pal, buddy. Oh, great wonder of the world. Call me Captain.
Okay, it's Wilkie Poe here, and I've got Rodney's brother Brian with me.
Hi there, you were recommended to us by...
No, shh. Don't say his name. The legend. I know. Thank you.
So, Captain, I'm sure that Dietrich has briefed you a little bit.
Oh, a brief is a brief is a brief is a brief. Why is a brief called a brief when they drag on for so long?
I guess what we really want to know is if you can take on this project.
Oh, well, now that you ask me like that, all polite and all, how can I resist?
We'd really just like to get this information so that we can find Rodney.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do. Here's a tune I like to play to get us all in the mood.
All hail to me.
Is this guy for real?
Tremendous. So beautiful. So great. I love you.
Shall I stop?
Yes.
No? Keep going? Okay, no? All right,
Captain,
I'll stop
could we just talk about Rodney, please?
then. Oh, yes, of course.
Now let's get serious. You'll have something in 24 hours. Oh, you need to transfer some Bitcoin to my wallet tonight, okay? Now who wants to party like it's 1984?
Appreciate you taking this on. I guess you've got a lot on, so...
So that was our call. Brian and I needed a few moments to get over the whirlwind that was the captain. So we decided to get dinner at the hotel, then head to a local bar. I'm missing my hometown pub, the Spurstow, so we decide to go to an old English pub called the Black Swan in Trenton. According to Brian, it's got a bit of a reputation apparently, but only because it's run by an eccentric old Englishman named George and his transvestite son Melody. It sounds interesting to me, and I'm gagging for a pint, so we head over.
Well, hello, gentlemen of somewhat interesting demure.
Oh my God, they are interesting, aren't they?
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
We're just after some good old-fashioned English ale.
Yeah.
Why, take a seat.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I record in here? We're doing a podcast on a missing person.
Of course, dear boy.
Thank you.
Your audience might want to hear the voice of an old thespian.
Ah.
I clipped the boards in Stratford, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Really, when was that?
Oh, before you were in nappies, young scallion.
Brian and I sit at the bar with our pints, watching father and son running up and down, treating the place more like a playhouse than a pub. It's bizarre but entertaining, and the locals seem to love it. I tell Brian that I hope Captain Thunderbolt comes up with something soon. Otherwise, I'll have to start thinking about heading back to London. I have other jobs coming in, and can't spend a lot more time on this case. Melody overhears our conversation and comes up furtively to Brian.
Oh, you are mysterious. When did you transition, honey? You look amazing.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I see your friend doesn't know. Don't worry, honey. Your secret is safe with me. So your brother is missing, right?
Yes. How did you...
It sends shivers down my spine.
We're all missing him.
You know he came in here?
Really?
Really?
Oh, it sends shivers. He used to sit over there on his laptop.
Did you ever notice anything?
Oh, honey, I did. I did.
Can you tell us?
Oh, honey, I can.
Okay.
Well, I noticed.
Yes?
Oh, it's so dangerous. I saw some photographs.
Yeah?
Go on.
They were of people. Weird people, honey. Odd people.
What kind of people?
Well, the kind of people that you want to know, but you don't want to know about, you know? They were odd. Oh, so I asked the young man about them, and he said that it was a discovery. Oh my God, shiver.
A discovery of what?
By now, George has made his way over to us.
That we do not know.
Well, we're trying to find him.
And find him you will, I am sure. But today, that is all the impartment we have for you. Now, would you like another ale?
Yes, please, but can you tell us...
No more. Only ale, my friend, please.
The story only made us more determined to find the laptop. At about 11 p.m, I get an email from an unknown address. It's from Captain Thunderbolt. He tells me he's traced the last pings from Rodney's phone to a more narrowed area in the Shippertalken woods. He also says he picked up an email signal from a laptop an hour after the ping, and it too ends up being in roughly the same spot. I call Brian and Mary, and even though it's nearly midnight, they insist we go straight away. We all meet at the edge of the woodland and walk to the spot.
Okay, so according to this, the last signals were in this 5-meter area.
We look around with our torches. Just trees and foliage. Nothing stands out. Sherlock scurries off into the lush terrain, and we all start kicking the ground looking for something.
There's nothing here.
Sherlock hasn't got much either. Although it did get a little bit horny back there.
We've looked there.
I know. I'm just saying.
Tensions are getting high, so we all sit down for a break. And as I look up, I see something.
Guys, up there in that tree, do you see it?
We all get up and move towards the tree. Brian runs ahead.
It's a backpack. It's a fucking backpack.
Brian clambers up the tree as best he can and pulls down the backpack.
I think it's Rodney's.
He opens it, and inside, well, you're not going to believe this, but inside is a laptop. Brian tries to turn it on.
Battery's dead.
Is it Rodney's?
I don't know. I think. Yes. Oh my God, it is. It's his stuff.
He's alive.
Huh?
Give me the backpack.
As I hold the backpack, I start to get a headache, and I see a vision of grey dust or sand maybe, and a pitch black sky. There's a chair, and Rodney sitting in it, smiling, looking at a computer screen. He's waving to me to come and join him. He's showing me where to look on the laptop. And then the vision cuts out.
The clues are on the laptop. I think he's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the vision was strong. Really strong.
How sure, Wilkie?
99% sure.
Hell yeah!
Next time on Grover's Mill.
Well, this is to me one of the most exciting things I've heard. The recordings you gave me match the exact recordings of this person and other examples across all metrics. Therefore, I can say with 99% confidence that the recordings you gave me do come from the person we think they do.
Look, at the heart of this issue, guys, is that the government has lied to its people. Alright, this is an ugly lie, and it has ramifications across the board.
I'm making these tapes for my own record and for the preservation of the truth. I will tell in as much detail as I can why I have come to make these tapes and why it's important that the corresponding papers that go with them need to be made accessible and viewable by all.
Grover's Mill is written and produced by Matt Cohen-Gold, Garrett Dupes, and me, Wilkie Poe. Music and sound design is by Matt Sladen, with special thanks to Rupert Degas and Amy Horn. We'd also like to thank Megan Tate, Mark Gluhack, Barry Stewart, Marcus Beer, Stephen Busatil, Zan St. Pierre, and Anya Dolganova. This has been a Grover's Mill production, copyright 2018. Grover's Mill is a fictional podcast that is shared with you as a satire and parody. It depicts entirely fictitious situations that are products of the writer's imaginations. The podcast references familiar places and events, and whilst we have also used some real-life personalities, the characteristics, qualities, and actions that we've applied to those people are not intended to be real. We also do not suggest any association with or sponsorship by any person or entity. All other names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. No identification with actual persons, living or deceased, places, buildings, and products is intended or should be inferred. For further information on Grover's Mill and its use in satire, parody, and fiction, please read the disclaimer on our website, groversmillpodcast.com.